The story of the land in itself is incredible. Initially, His Highness the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi allotted us 2.5 acres of land in Al Watba, on the road from Abu Dhabi to Alain. Then, without us even asking, they increased it to 5 acres. Then suddenly we got instructions that keep everything on hold. And as we suddenly were informed that a special parcel of land has been allotted to us, 13.5 acres on the arterial road of Abu Dhabi to Dubai. The BAPS Hindu Mandir has become a shining example of a spiritual oasis for global harmony. Imagine a Muslim king donating land for a Hindu temple, where the lead architect is a Christian Catholic, the project director is a Sikh, the structural engineer is a Buddhist, the contractors are Parsis, and the chief consultant is a man of no religion. People of all countries, of all communities, of all religions are coming together to give a hand to harmony. Imagine on a land we never asked for, never selected, and when we were moved almost 3 times, that land had a thick strata of sandstone, so strong and so hard that it was just 1 meter below the surface. And I was told by one of the structural experts from Malaysia, Dr. Kong, that Your Holiness, your temple will be like a small pigeon sitting on an elephant's back.
When I was there during the test, the profile of the rock actually is not flat, and such a big site, and the profile is sort of like we are standing on the backbone of something. Is slope down and surface, so that you feel like it's something backbone standing, and which immediately I think of is an elephant have such a big bone to support something. So that's what immediately I thought, yeah, we are standing on an elephant. So you're going to build a mandir on a back of elephant like a pigeon, because compared to the strength is so much lighter.
Once the ground was ready, it was time to start the foundation. The intent of giving the mandir longevity also reduce its environmental impact during construction.
આપણે જે અત્યારે કોન્ક્રીટ કરી રહ્યા છીએ એ હાઈ વોલ્યુમ ફ્લાયસ કોન્ક્રીટથી આપણે આખું ફાઉન્ડેશન અત્યારે ભરી રહ્યા છીએ. એટલે કે જે સિમેન્ટ હોય એના 55% જેટલું સિમેન્ટ આપણે ફ્લાયસથી આપણે રિપ્લેસ કરી રહ્યા છીએ, કે જે વેરી એન્વાયરમેન્ટલ ફ્રેન્ડલી અને કાર્બન ફૂટપ્રિન્ટ એનાથી ઘણી બધી ઓછી થઈ જાય છે.
In the end, with the total of 30 professionals from 10 countries and over 5,000 man-hours, a model was made in ETABS, alongside with the support of 3 additional softwares. It was for the first time in history that the traditional Hindu Mandir was fully digitally modeled and then put through such extreme seismic simulations. Fortunately, for the millions of people who will visit this Mandir every year, it passed with flying colors. But for the design team, accomplishing a historic task was not enough. They wanted to do something that would leave a legacy of knowledge for the future.
So this will be the first temple in the world that embedded instrument during construction will predict the behavior and back calculating physical parameters. That will generate a new theory for the structure design, especially in stone structures.
300 sensors are continuously emitting live data to engineers and researchers at this very moment, and will continue to do so for decades to come.
Today, the orientation part, which helped me to understand the whole journey, is not less than a miracle. Something is there at a cosmic level which makes it align to happen, and it is going to be very magnanimous thing here.
And I'm sure for generations to come, this temple will stand out as the biggest contribution of this generation.
Once the temple gets built, I will share the temple's ideas and the innovation with my friends and tell them to come here.
It was nice to see that there's such a big, there's really young kids to really old people in the community. There's everyone is involved, and everybody's really committed to making this place a place of worship.
When I came here, I recall all the things what I was missing. So that thoughts and that religious soul and whatever I observed here and I felt, that was really tremendous.
I mean, it's really impressing, what we're seeing here being built. And we're really happy to be part of it, just experiencing it before it's being, at its final stage.
So it's going to be part of history. I mean, it's going to be the first temple ever built in Abu Dhabi.
I won't say it's a Hindu project, it's a project for human beings. This is for everyone.
Everybody is saying across the world in different ways that the temple in Abu Dhabi is iconic and also historic. How would you term it in a couple of sentences?
Swamiji, to me, it is a statement of many feelings, many qualities, and many developments. For us, obviously, if you look at the tradition of Indian civilization, the glory of Indian civilization, some of our best and biggest temples are outside India. I've had the good fortune of visiting Angkor Wat. I can spend a month there easily. There's so much out there, and then you try and imagine what it would have been at that time. So one part of it is this realization and messaging that, look, this is thousands of years of culture and human creativity and human wisdom and human faith, which is encapsulated in the expression of a temple. The second is because we are coming out of an era where, we've had difficulties. Today there is a correction taking place. To me, an important part of the correction, we hear there's a G20, okay, that's like 20 most powerful economies. Okay, very good. You say, okay, change the Security Council, maybe you should have more countries. But the real change is when different cultures deal with each other more respectfully, more equally, more fairly. And for me, that is an important expression of that, what we call rebalancing as well. And the third is really the nobility of sentiment on the Abu Dhabi side, that they had space in their hearts and in their minds, and an understanding of the world, which encouraged them to actually partner with us in this. So, one day if I look back on my own life, and I don't know, I have grandchildren, so somebody says, okay, tell me some really touching moments of what you did. For me, that 2015 visit, going with the Prime Minister, the announcement after that, and then seeing it come up. A lot of things are said, not everything is realized. I would take an enormous amount of, for me, a personal fulfillment at seeing this.